Hello friends, this video on structural organization of animals part 2 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Now we will specifically talk about animal tissues. Now when we talk about animal tissues, as I mentioned before also, as soon as multicellularity comes into picture, there are so many cells inside an organism that gives rise to the concept of division of labor, because now there are so many tasks to be performed and there are so many cells inside the body, so you have to divide the task into one group of cells. So one group of cell will perform one task, another group of cell will perform another task, and so on. So multicellularity introduces the concept of division of labor. Now let us take one live example from human beings. Now, we human beings are multicellular, all of us know that. So, we are made up of many cells. Now, how does the development process of a human being take place? Now, this development process starts with a small fertilized egg. Now, when there is a fusion between a male gamete and a female gamete, or a male sex cell, female sex cell, fertilization happens and this zygote is formed. Now, this will gradually undergo many rounds of mitosis, and almost a newborn almost needs some 41 rounds of mitosis, that is 41 rounds of cell division. So many rounds of division of cell happens, after which this gives rise to this newborn. Again, this newborn baby will gradually grow and become a little bigger, and then this will gradually become an adult, right? So this process happens. Now the cells which are produced, now as I said, there are some 41 rounds of cell division which is required for from here to here, that is for this newborn baby to form. Now the cells which are produced as a result of these cell division, they all take different pathways of differentiation. For example, some of the cells which are produced will become blood cells. Now if so many rounds of cell division are happening, there are many cells which are produced, right? So many cells are produced. Now some of the cells group together to form the blood cells. Some of cells will group together to form the nerve cells. Some of them will again group together to form the muscle cells. So that is how they'll start grouping themselves together. They'll start getting differentiated or getting specialized. And that is how different tissues will be formed, and those tissues will form different organs. Now, during the 9 months when a woman is carrying or expecting a baby, so that development takes place inside the womb. Gradually, new cells are formed, cells get specialized to form tissues. Those tissues group together to form different organs like heart, lungs, kidneys. So all those organs will start forming. So this is how the entire body of the baby is formed. So what do we see? We see that the cells group up and specialize to perform a specific function so that the needs of the body to survive is met. Because for a body to survive, it needs all the organ system. It needs a digestive system to digest the food and utilize the energy. It needs a respiratory system to take in oxygen for cellular respiration. It needs an excretory system to remove waste products from the body. So this is how all the organ systems are formed inside the body. So when we are talking about animal tissues, we are talking about tissues of these kind, tissues inside the body of animals which perform specific functions. Right? Now, as I mentioned, in case of animals, anyways, I have already explained it, taking a very generic example. So even in case of animals, as I said, the initial thing starts with the cell. Then the cell group together to form tissue. For example, here I have displayed a lung tissue. Then many such tissues will group together to form organs like lungs. They'll again group together to form an organ system like the respiratory system in this case. And many such different systems will give rise to the organism. Many such different systems like digestive, respiratory, circulatory, etc. Right? Okay. Now, let us look at the example of the human body. So, let us talk about a very common scenario in human beings. What happens when we breathe in? When we breathe in, our chest muscles move, as you can see in the first picture, right? We breathe in, we take in oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. Now, when we breathe in or breathe out, there is some contraction and expansion happening around the chest muscles. So it is the speciality of the cells or the tissues which make up the chest that they can cause these movement. So they are a set of cells or a set of tissues. They are a special type of tissue which can cause such movement, right? Now oxygen is taken in. Now once the oxygen is taken in, what will happen to the oxygen? That oxygen is absorbed by the lungs. Again, the lungs are made up of a specialized type of tissues which are capable of absorbing that oxygen. Now what will happen to the oxygen? That oxygen is now transported to the different parts of the body, because it is not only the lungs which needs oxygen. All other parts of the body need oxygen, because everything is made up of cell, and each and every cell need oxygen in order to produce energy, right? So how will that oxygen be transported to different parts of the body? That will happen through blood. So blood is a fluid which actually transports the nutrients throughout the body. So blood is, again, what is blood? It is nothing but a connective tissue. So this special type of tissue is capable of transporting nutrients to different body parts. Now the oxygen has reached each and every corner of the body, to each and every cell. Now what is happening inside the cell? So now the oxygen has reached inside each and every cell. Now inside this cell, there are cell organelles called mitochondria. Correct? We have spoken about it when we discussed cell in class 9th. This mitochondria will make use of that oxygen and it will produce energy in the form of ATP molecules, right? We spoke about adenosine triphosphate. So a reaction like this will take place, that glucose will be broken down in presence of oxygen to produce carbon dioxide, water, and 38 ATP molecules, and these ATP molecules are nothing but energy. So this is utilized as energy by each and every cell of the body. Correct? So this is how any of the process inside our body takes place. So for this, what do we see? We see that we need specialized cells to perform each specialized function. Whether it is your blood, or it is your skin to absorb anything, or your lungs. So each and every part has to be made up of special type of tissue which can perform a special function. So now we will spend some time understanding what are the different types of tissues which are present inside the animal body and what are their characteristic structure and function. So let us talk about the types of animal tissues. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online test, get free study material, find tutors and mentors. Thank you once again.